I'm going to read for you now one of my favourite fairy tales that I used to be read by my nan when I was a kid. It's called The Tinder Box and it's by Hans Christian Andersen. One fine day, a soldier met a witch upon a road. "If you'll climb down into this hollow tree for me," she said, "you'll be a rich man. All I want is an old tinder box that you will find in there." The soldier had always wanted to be rich, so he agreed. Inside the tree, as the witch had told him, there were 3 rooms. In each room was a chest, guarded by a fierce dog. The first had eyes as big as saucers. The second had eyes as big as dinner plates. And the third had eyes as big as cartwheels. But the witch had already told the soldier how to deal with the dogs. So he quickly filled his pockets and hats with the money, and then, picking up the old tinder box, he climbed out of the tree. The soldier wondered why the witch wanted the tinder box so badly, but she refused to tell him. "You can cut off my head before I say a word," she said. So the soldier did. After that, the soldier lived a wonderful life with rich food and wine, handsome clothes and fine friends. But in a surprisingly short time, all his money was spent. Now he lived in an attic room with only a stub of a candle for light. One evening, the soldier felt in his pocket and found the old tinder box. He thought he'd use it to light the candle, but as he struck a spark from the flint, the dog with eyes as big as saucers appeared before him. 2 strikes, and the dog with eyes as big as dinner plates appeared before him. With 3 strikes, the dog with eyes as big as cartwheels appeared before him. And the dogs were ready to do whatever the soldier asked, bringing him money, jewels, and other fine things. Soon, the soldier was rich and happy as he had ever been before. One day, he heard that the king and queen of the country had a beautiful daughter, but she was hardly ever seen. Feeling curious, he sent the first dog to fetch her. As soon as he saw the princess, the soldier wanted more than anything to marry her. He kissed her and reluctantly sent her back to the palace. The next morning, the princess told the king and queen that she had a curious dream of being kissed by a soldier. At once, the royal pair decided to keep a close watch on their daughter. Each night, the soldier could not help sending one of his dogs to fetch the princess. It was not long before the king and queen tracked him down, and he was quickly thrown into prison and sentenced to death. "If only I had my tinder box with me," said the soldier. At last, he managed to give a message to a little boy outside his window, who ran off at once and fetched his tinder box. With the tinder box in hand once more, the soldier knew that nothing could hurt him. He summoned the 3 dogs, who quickly overpowered the guards and chased away the king and the queen who had come to watch his execution. The people were happy to offer the throne to the princess, and she was happy to accept it, and the hand of the handsome soldier whose face she had seen in her dreams. So the soldier lived happily ever after, and the most pampered guests in the royal palace were, you guessed it, the dogs, of course.